Hi there everyone, I'm Agnes. I work at Keshen Goodman Public Library. I'm happy to be with you as part of Halifax Public Library's Human Library. I'm going to show you how to make homemade watercolor paint. The recipe we're going to do today makes about 6 of these little paint palettes when you're done. I made these ones in here and popped them out. As you'll notice, I've covered my coffee table with a garbage bag, just a regular garbage bag. That's so that if I make a mess while I'm mixing, I'm not going to ruin my table. So the first thing you probably want to do is prepare your workspace. Then you're going to want to get everything you need together in one place. I've already measured my ingredients that we're going to need, and I've got my mixing spoons. So I'm going to tell you first about the ingredients. 4 tablespoons of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, about ½ teaspoon of corn syrup. Then we also need some vinegar, 2 tablespoons of vinegar. The other thing that's really important is that you have some food coloring, because that's what we're going to use to add color to the paints. You'll probably want some paint brushes so you can get started painting right away. You're going to need something to put your paint into when you're mixing it up. So I've used some leftover, I've just cut the bottom out of a yogurt container, or you can use any leftover snack containers that you're going to recycle. I also have this little handy mini muffin container that's recyclable. You can use your mini muffin container from your kitchen because there's nothing toxic about these, and you can wash it up when you're done. Once you have all that together, you can get started with mixing your paint. So the first thing we're going to do is measure in the 2 tablespoons of vinegar into the baking soda. And we want to mix that until it's completely stopped fizzing. It doesn't matter if you get the measurements exactly right. So I have another little spoon here that I'm going to use to mix with. And we're just going to make sure that baking soda gets thoroughly dissolved and it stops fizzing. I also have a wet rag that's handy, so I can wipe my hands if I get anything sticky on them. So we want your ½ teaspoon measuring spoon. And it doesn't matter if you get your measurement exactly right. We just want to put that corn syrup in there. That's going to help the paint stick together as it dries. So I'm just going to mix that until it's thoroughly dissolved in. And then when that's all done, we're going to add the 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. It might get a little bit harder to mix once you've added those 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in. Especially the faster you try to mix it, the harder it gets. Once you have that all mixed together, and it's getting to be pretty uniform, you can actually start to divide it into whatever containers you're going to use to hold your paint. So that then you can add some food coloring. A couple spoonfuls in each one will be plenty. And then you can decide what colors you'd like to make. I was thinking it would be fun to paint a rainbow today. Let's try some red. Just a couple drops of red. We're going to mix it in. I'm going to use the popsicle stick to do that. When you want to make orange, do you remember how that goes? So perhaps we're going to start with red and yellow together, aren't we, to make orange. So a little bit of red, just 1 drop, let's say. And let's see about dropping in some yellow so that we can get nice bright orange. To get green, we can just use a couple drops of the green food coloring, but I've already made some of that, so I'm not going to make more. So do you remember about the colors of the rainbow? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So we're going to mix some red and blue. I would try equal amounts to start with. I made other colors when I was just trying this out. To make some brown, you'll see that one. I mixed yellow and red and green together. And I even made a little picture, which is a little bit bigger than the picture I want to make together with you today, but you can see that. I had some flowers and a red barn. I colored the top of the barn with marker, but I made all of the blue sky with the blue. And this on with the yellow. I'm going to let these ones dry for a while before I use them. You don't have to do that. You can start to use them right away, but when they're wet, they're a little more difficult to paint with, especially if you're going to hold up your paint, your paper like I'm going to hold mine up so that you can see. Maybe I'll try even all of the really wet red that we just made, because it's probably going to be darker. There we go. That's red. Then I'm going to try some orange. Oh, I could use our brand new orange, couldn't I? So it's going to be a little bit wetter, probably a little bit darker. And what about yellow? Some nice yellow here. You can see earlier I made some just in spice container tops because I was going to be recycling those. There's some yellow. Oh, there goes a drip. We can just quickly dry that off. I have a little bit of paper towel here. There we go. And what color comes next? Do you remember? Red, orange, yellow, green, right? So we're going to do some green. Green. And then we'll want some blue. I have some blue here. Blue. I wonder if I should do a little cloud with some blue too. Let's give some more water here. Some blue for the cloud. And then we're going to want some indigo, which is my really dark blue. And then perhaps a brighter, more purpley color for the violet. Maybe I should add a little more to the red up there. Whoops, I have another drip. That's okay. If you were painting with the paper flat on your work surface, you probably wouldn't be getting any of those drips. I hope you've had as much fun learning how to make watercolor paints as I've had helping you learn how to make them. Until next time, bye for now.